Hello, this is Seeker of Arcades. Welcome to my channel. And I finally got around to putting up my very first video uploaded to my channel. And the reason why I made this video, number one reason, was to help others that don't have the money to really buy an arcade, to make some of them on their own, and also to show mine, because it don't make no sense not having none of my material on my own channel, especially when my name is Seeker of Arcades. Don't make sense, do it? But really, the main reason is to mainly help those who can't, afford, Arcade 1-Up or at games or any of those custom arcades that those other companies are selling. Because they are getting expensive. So I know a lot of people can't afford $700 and $1,200 and $2,000 and $6,000 and $10,000. So I'll show you two examples of what you can do. These two arcades to my left, they were custom built by me, and the one at the end, which is my multicade, I used a TV stand that I bought from a yard sale and built off of it, believe it or not. Or it already had wheels on it and whatnot. All I had to do is just build up on it. And this one used to be an old microwave little table or stand that I bought at a thrift store and just built off of it. And you can't see it no more. It used to be a line right there, but you can't see it no more because I sanded and painted it real good, so it blends in real good now as one piece. But those are the two examples that the kind of things that you can do. You can use pretty much anything to build these cades. And mind you, this extra wood that I used to build up on, these tables, and that one was like extra pieces of wood I had around the house that I repurposed. So it was all about, using what you got. And if you don't, go to the store, you can buy cheap pieces of wood and, make it the way you want. Or repurpose, if you see something when you driving down the street and you might see somebody threw out a bookshelf or something like that, just put in your mind a bookshelf and put in your mind how arcade looks, and that might give you some ideas what to put together. There's many different ways that you can build one. But the first one here is my Slim Blue that I built it off of a Capcom Big Blue. And the games on here is Dungeon & Dragon Shadow of Mysteria and Dungeon & Dragon Tower Over Doom. And this particular arcade took me 4 months to build. And the control panel art was made by me because I can draw. And I stenciled art this into the control panel. So I kind of put my talent in with the arcade to bleem it out. And I think it came out nice. And I really, really like this cabinet. Oh, and it also is run by a laptop. Only thing I don't like so much is the marquee, which I'm planning on changing out eventually. And I've been working on a marquee on my computer and having it print out and redo it with frames. So that's something I am going to do to this next, and maybe artwork on the sides and the front eventually. I don't know yet. The next one is my multi-cab, my Space Night, my Tekken Man Space Night arcade. And what I did, I had an old Optiplex that had a burnt out board, but the processor was still good, so I took that off, ordered a micro board and placed that on there, and took the memory off the old board and placed that on there, and pretty much wired that and a hard drive and everything in there, and also put a GeForce 1060 in it. And so the speakers and all that was wired in, and lights. It does not have the PC case in here. Everything is wired in. It took me a year and a half to build this. And I'll show you what the menu look like real quick. When you go down, you see Pac-Man running after the ghost. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Put it back on 8 forces. Oh yeah, I did that menu too. I edited it and customized it. I put the Pac-Man running after the ghost on there. And I did that menu, edited, did that one. And that one I got off the net. That one I did. That one was off the net. That one was off the net. That one I did. And this is my Steam one. And yes, it can run all these games that I'm showing you right now without any problem, because I optimized this computer and really, worked on it. So it does have no slowdown at all on none of these games. Put it back on 8 forces because I like strumps, that I do. Oh, and this underneath. That's the underneath art. And that's where the PC is at. And these are my collectibles. And yes, I am a Buckeye. And this is my Warhammer Bulicks. And I got this by going to a bin store, and it was an open box, and they wanted $15 for it, and had a lot of missing pieces in it, but I chewed them down to $5 and brought it home and thought of making my own Bulicks style sit down cabinet. So I took the parts and built this and pretty much made my own style, and that's what you see here. and all the art is printed out from the internet because I like Warhammer. So I printed out and put it on this cat. Took me about 2 months to do this, and I built this to pretty much run a console system like a PlayStation or Xbox, but right now I just got a PC in it, and it pretty much can run any game. And mind you, I didn't have to build a super expensive PC either. You know, I just took my time and bought the parts over the months. I didn't buy everything all at once. You know, look for different deals and whatnot. That's how you do it. You know, or sometimes go to a thrift store or Goodwill or something. You might find some computers laid to the side. You can take parts out of those and put with it. You know, and that's ideals too. Now this one is my X-Men bar top, and this one took me about 3.5 months maybe. And what I did here, I took a broken Pandora box and I pretty much cleaned it out and put in new buttons, new wiring, and I mounted this to the bar top and put a laptop in here. Yep, it's actually run by a laptop. And it's a 12-year-old laptop that my sister had that didn't work. And I was able to bring it home and fix it. So here it go. And the stencil art was done by me. And the Wolverine was done by me. And Magneto on the other side, you can't see it because I got it too tucked in too far. One day I'm going to push it out so you can see the arcade stand and the X-Men arcade bar top too. But as you can see, it doesn't take much to build these because, once again, this was a broken laptop that I just fixed and repurposed it and put in here and made a bar top out of it. Same thing with Slim Blue. I took a broken laptop that my niece had, and she tore it up, but I got it back working again and put it in here. Got the monitor working again and everything else and put it back in here. So it's all about repurposing stuff. You don't need nothing new to run these things. You do you. Just like so many people on YouTube say. And what got me into the custom arcade thing is when I seen a commercial one day when Arcade 1-Up first came out, and I was like, man, oh, that's tight. That makes me think of the old days. And I said, hell, I might get me one. And the weird part about it, my buddy called and he told me he had 2 of them. And I was like, shit. I said, what you get? And he got the Galaga and the Pac-Man. And he said, come on by, I want you to see it. So I went over there, got there, went in the game room, and I looked around and I was like, where is it at? And he pointed to the floor. And I was like, that's towed up. I was completely underwhelmed. I did not know they was that small. And mind you, this is when they first came out. So I was like, this don't look nothing like I remember when I used to go to the cave. I don't know about this. I don't think I'm getting one. So later on that day, I went home and I was just watching the arcades channels and whatnot on YouTube. And this girl was on there. It says girl built arcade. And I was like, what? And I said, no way. I said her brother or somebody had to help her. So I had to check it out. And she was driving the truck, drove to Home Depot, got some MDF, threw it on the back of the damn truck, drove home, went to the garage, threw it up on the table, started measuring, cutting, drilling, put it together, put a PC in it, wired it in with a stereo, the whole nine, TV, everything. And it was nice. And I said to myself, where is the daddy? Where is the brother? Where is the boyfriend? Not one person came out and helped her. Not one. I said, if she did have a boyfriend, he's sorry. Because that's pathetic. But other than that, I admire, her skills and whatnot, and her creativity to make that cap. That cap was tight. And after that, I was like, you know what? It ain't no excuse why I can't make my own. None. I'm old school. So when I seen that, it was no excuse. I'm a 60 kid, so I don't think like most of young people. So I was like, oh, bunk that. I said, I'm gonna make my own. And that's what I did. All these arcades in here that you see. you know. And all it takes is a little creativity and imagination. That's it. You don't gotta get nothing brand new or expensive. Go yard sale, go Goodwill. Sometimes they have computers that's laid to the side for no reason. Nobody can't figure it out what's wrong with the computer. But if you computer and electronics savvy, just grab it up and figure it out. Get it running. You know. Another man, somebody's junk is another man's treasure. And that's true. It really is. And that's all you gotta do. I love watching these channels, these custom arcade channels. Out of all the ones, I watched, my favorite ones is the Mexicans and Latinos, because theirs is off the hook. They make the best custom arcades I have ever seen. Blew me freaking away. Blew me away. And I don't think they get the credit that they deserve. And I don't know why nobody is not talking about their cabs much. Their drawings, their painting, the ingenuity of the way they make those cabs. I have not seen that on very few, custom cabs. Very few. You know, they have the best custom cabs on the internet, hands down, in my opinion. And a lot of people can get mad because I said that. Oh well, that's just my opinion. And ain't too many can get with their cabs. I know mine can't. And I can draw, but they drawing and paintings on a totally different level. You know. But I love doing this thing. I love the custom arcade thing. You know, the main thing is that you want to do, try to learn how to work on them, because that's the first thing you want to do. Try to learn to work on, PCs, whatever you going to put in them. Try to learn, even electronics, little electronics too. But if it's PC, try to learn all you can about the PC. That way you won't be dependent on somebody to have to fix it, and you have to pay them. Come out of your wallet. You know, that way you get things cheaper. You might go to yard sale and see a PC that's been put to the side that the owner's like, hey, $2 or $20. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what's going on with it. But you can take it home, figure it out, get it up and running. There you go. Free PC. You know. And, times is hard. Ain't nobody got no money for no $700,000, $1,500 arcade. You know. It's time to get back to old school. Use that noggin, that imagination. That's what we did. As 60 kids do. That's what you got to do. You know, you don't got to copy off somebody else. Think of something on your own. That's all you got to do, a little creativity. That's all you got to do. Yeah. Well, in the future, I will be bringing more content to the channel. And I know my buddy, he probably gonna come by and get the specs off of Slim Blue because he likes the size of it. And he's planning on making one just like it. Same dimensions, everything. Only difference is he gonna have a professional marquee done, and he's actually gonna order his artwork and all that. But this is all you gotta do. All you gotta do. And once again, even with my speakers, I repurposed that. See, for my speakers, using fan covers, little ideals. You don't gotta be like everybody else. Just you do you and be happy with it. You do you. Well, eventually, I'll put more content because, like I say, I'll most likely probably be doing my younger brother's. He won a Street Fighter custom one, so I'll probably have that up on the channel too, eventually, because he's telling me to get ready for it. So he's the one that got to buy the parts or whatever he want to put in it. I don't know if he's going to put some top-notch stuff in it or not. I don't know. But you guys, Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. This is Seeker of Arcades.